I can't take it anymore. My mind's about to go to war. I need someone to save me from myself, to hear me cry when I call out for help. I blame it on the voices that are in my head, wondering if they'll ever be put to bed. Feels like I am close to reaching my wit's end, holding out but I'm about to blow it up like a volcano. Another day to lose control.
Good morning. Okay, I am 6 minutes late, but that's fine. Okay, because I'm alive and well and under-caffeinated because I don't drink tea, but also I am eager. I don't know about you, but I'm eager to find out how miserable the world is. Come along. Let's find out why the world is so messy. Not why, how messy the world is, because we know. Drink your water, agua. Oh my god, this mask is going to be the end of me. God, every day I think of like I should wash the mask, but I don't. Okay, let's see how miserable the world is. Let's see what's going on. What's happening? Okay. Play some Wordle, play some mini crossword, get out of here. Because I have a life, you have a life, I'm assuming. Let me turn the AC on, it's hot. Okay, what's the first news? What's new? Hamas source says group agrees to latest Gaza ceasefire proposal. Awesome. Nah. This is unfortunate what's happening. I just feel like I do feel like nothing's going to change. I don't think people care about it. Maybe the general people, the general population, people in power. There's a lot of factors at play, right? So they're not going to do anything. Live footage of Kiruna moving a church. Let's see. I think I'll wait for time lapse. It's really slow. Okay, well, that's my. Don't have time for that. Police chief faces scrutiny for handling of shooting investigation. Where is this? Is this the Uvalde? Gainesville City, is that Florida? Thursday evening, former Gainesville Police Department GPD Lieutenant and retired Chief Investigator of the Police Defender's Office, Alina Lawson Bennett, sent an email to the Gainesville City Commission calling for GPD Chief Nelson Moya to be placed on administrative leave for his handling of the TB McPherson shooting investigation. On April 20th, Easter Sunday, as a crowd of people were leaving an event at TB McPherson Park, an individual opened fire, taking the life of Ontario Baston and injuring two others. City manager Cynthia Curry, commissioners, and Moya had a long discussion about the shooting at the following general policy meeting. Curry said the permit for the event was approved by GPD and that she wasn't kept in the information loop. Curry went on to say in no uncertain terms that she would have denied the permit and believes that the shooting wouldn't have happened if she had been given the opportunity. I will be dealing with some disciplinary issues as they relate to this event. Not much is going to change. I'm sorry. I sound cynical this morning, but the gun lobby is just too strong. FEC sues ticket reseller for evading Taylor Swift era's tour ticket limits. What is that? Who's the ticket reseller? Wait, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission sued ticket reseller Key Investment Group for evading purchasing limits to buy up thousands of tickets to live events, including. So there's there's a company that just sells tickets in black. That's what they do as their business. Taylor Swift's Eras tour and resell them at a markup, according to a complaint filed in Maryland. federal court on Monday. The Baltimore, Maryland-based company, which operates ticket resale sites including TotalTickets.com, used tickets of Ticketmaster accounts, thousands of Ticketmaster accounts, including fake or purchase accounts. The FTC said Ticketmaster faced intense criticism after its botched 2022 sale of tickets to Swift's much-hyped New Eras tour, when billions of records from Swift fans, bots, and ticket resellers overwhelmed its. Stop exposing my emails, bro. Overwhelmed its website, and the company canceled a planned ticket sale to the general public. For one Swift concert, Key Investment Group used 49 different accounts to purchase 273 tickets and evade a 6-ticket purchase limit, the FTC said on Monday. I don't get it. I mean, I know Taylor Swift is really popular, but I've never been like this. Even when I was a kid, when I was in college, I was friends with some people who were really into rap music, and there was a certain rapper coming to town, and I remember like kind of fanboying the guy just because like I was with people who, you know, who were really into rap. But I listen to rap too, but I wasn't like a fan. But I've never been like that. I mean, there are movies that I like, actors that I like, but there's never been like a, for whatever reason, I've never been like that. Maybe I'm a little selfish, I don't know. That's the only time I remember ever fanboying someone. India China envoys discuss border peace trade to boost cooperation. I really feel like American foreign policy is kind of like bringing a lot of countries who otherwise would have stayed in opposition, you know, closer. India's foreign minister meets Chinese counterpart in New Delhi. Meeting comes days before Indian PM Modi due to visit China. India-China relations have thawed since deadly 2020 border clash. Both had productive conversations. Exchanges, dialogues have been restored. New Delhi, India's... Is there a point in reading this? Because Reuters always has a paywall. Yes, there is. Okay. He had wait. Let me read the comments, because the U.S. bringing the other countries together. See, other countries together, because the U.S. is such a common concern to them all. From a certain perspective, Trump does deserve a Nobel Peace Prize, that's for sure. Both these countries love Russia, though, and that's who's running America. Russia's running America? That's a new one. I haven't heard that. The U.S. is the best at making China the top soft power in the world. Is this an intentional effort on part of this administration? Is there a graph that we should be looking for? Destroying America so they can exploit it for cheap labor has been the goal of the GOP as far back as I can remember. Damn, those videos of the China-India border dispute where they fight each other with sticks was always so fun to watch. I don't remember watching that. This is what's happening. I feel like, I don't know. You never know. You never know. I might be wrong because I'm not a foreign policy expert, but it's. There's at some point, I think in history, when empires reach a certain point, there is a benefit to it to play into diplomacy and like have like I'm not saying always neutral, but like, you know, maintaining a certain friendly ties with certain countries, because you have supremacy, or you have this like what is the word I'm looking for? Basically a lot of influence, right? I can't come up with the word, but a lot of influence, where you have to maintain a certain influence, but also a certain diplomacy, enough to not push your allies, you know, more towards your opposition. So that, I feel like that's very common in like empires throughout history. Maine police officer arrested by ICE agrees to voluntarily leave the country. Bro, where is he from? Assistant Secretary of Homeland Security Tricia McLaughlin then accused the town of reckless reliance on the department's E-Verify program. This is rich, so Homeland Security Tricia McLaughlin accused the town of trusting Homeland Security. I doubt she can be more ironic if she tries. So where is it from? See, this is the guy like French Canadian or something? Oh, Jamaica. He's Jamaican. So there are French Canadian, like in that area. A lot of like I've heard allegedly for some French Canadian like illegals too. That's why, like in the New England area, people talk about how this might be racially targeted, or it might not be, depending on who's getting targeted. Because there are some Irish, Italian, Portuguese illegal population. I don't know how prominent it is, right? But it's still a handful. I know. I mean, it's still a sizable population, I think. A Maine police officer arrested by immigration authorities has agreed to voluntarily leave the country, U.S. Immigration Customs Enforcement said Monday. ICE arrested Old Orchard Beach Police Department Reserve officer on John Luke Evans of Jamaica on July 25th as part of the agency's effort to step up immigration enforcement. Officials with the town and police department have said federal authorities previously told them Evans was legally authorized to work in the U.S. Can you be a police officer without without having like citizenship? I guess you can be on green card, I guess. An ICE representative reached by telephone told the AP on Monday that a judge has granted voluntary departure for Evans, that he could leave as soon as that day. The representative did not provide other details about Evans' case. Interesting, Jamaican national can be police officer and is policing the population in Maine. Even if it's unless that allows to check potential. Yeah. You have to do that. I remember this. Job hugging has replaced job hopping, consultants say, as workers cling to current rules. Yeah, because the market is really bad. The so-called great resignation has become the great stay, but experts say workers aren't just staying, they're job hugging. Job hugging is the act of holding onto a job for dear life. Consultants at Korn Ferry and organizational consulting firm wrote last week. I knew this would happen, by the way. Right when it was everything was going on, I'm like, I know corporations are going to turn things around. There's going to be policies in place pretty soon where it's not going to be a job seekers market, it's going to be an employers market. The rate at which workers are voluntarily leaving. I sound very cynical today. This is pretty bad. Okay. The rate at which workers are voluntarily leaving their jobs, known as the quits rate, has hovered around 2% since the start of the year, according to data from the U.S. Labor Department's job openings and labor turnover survey. Outside of the initial days of the COVID-19 pandemic, levels haven't been that consistently low since early 2016. The quits rate is a barometer of workers' perceptions of the broader labor market, said Laura Ulrich, director of economic research in North America at the Indeed Hiring Lab. In this case, they may be nervous about getting another job or aren't enthusiastic about their ability to find one. I mean, no one's finding, bro. I know people who have like 10-year experience, 12-year YOE, and then still not finding jobs. And be a good work history too. The current clinging is a stark contrast. People don't realize people lose jobs not just because they're incompetent, they're not good at the job, but also because of office politics. The current clinging is a stark contrast from the historic rate of job hopping that workers exhibited in 2021 and 2022, but experts say it makes sense given current labor market trends. The share of job seekers who are not confident at all that there are plenty of jobs available has increased steadily to 38% in the second quarter from about 26% 3 years earlier, according to a quarterly poll by ZipRecruiter. There is a stagnation in the labor market where the highest quits and layoff rates are low, said Ulrich. There's just not a lot of movement at all. There is quite a bit of uncertainty in the world, economic, political, global, and I think uncertainty causes people to naturally remain in a holding pattern, said Matt Bone, an executive search consultant at Korn Ferry. He equated the dynamic to skittish investors who sometimes sit on the sidelines waiting for investment opportunities. See, this is definitely happening. It might change, who knows, but they're going to hold on to the policies. The corporations always win. They have that much influence. I don't want to seem cynical. I know I am, but Queens girl 6 and mom grabbed by eyes at routine NYC check-in. What happened? A 6-year-old living in Queens along with her mother and teenage brother are hundreds of miles away from each other. What? After federal agents grabbed the family members following a routine check-in at the immigration court in New York City. But why did you separate them? School is supposed to start in 3 weeks. Dara and her mother should be buying school supplies. Council member Shekhar Krishnan, a Democrat representing Jackson Heights, told News 4. It said Dara, a student of PS 89, the Jose Peralta School of Dreamers in Queens, and her mother are in a detention center nearly 2,000 miles away in Texas. Well, so they separated them? Criminal says originating from Ecuador showed up to 26 Federal Plaza on Tuesday for an immigrant check-in last week. It is horrific to find out that ICE has detained and taken into custody and separated a family with a 6-year-old girl and her older brother Manuel, who's 19. Christian says the older brother was separated and taken to detention center in New Jersey. A spokesperson for NYC schools shared the following statement. Oh, so at least the kid is with the mother. a little better. When we hear about a family that is being detained, we have, with their permission, connected them with their community and agency partners who can offer legal support and other resources. Damn, bro. Wait, what is the comment? What are the comments saying? They were appearing for an immigrant check-in, indicating that regardless if they arrived here legally or not, they had already entered the system and were going to be ordered immigration court hearing that are specifically for determining whether an immigrant will be allowed to remain in the U.S. or be deported. Meaning, ICE has deliberately interrupted the court schedule, denied these people their due process, and detained them before the judge could decide on the case. This argument only applies if you believe in the system, because most people who support this don't believe these people deserve that right. Not my opinion. That's what these people believe. So when you make this argument, they're like, hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because these people do not deserve these rights. So the due process is only for a certain group of people. How the F or do we keep allowing this bullshit mockery of the law? Since when it's illegal or for a completely separate judge in a different district to issue warrants in someone else's jurisdiction that snipe a local judge's proceedings? That's what's happening. For the record, this has been going on for months. ICE is grabbing all the easy targets to fluff their numbers, which means people being detained and deported are most law-abiding cohort. Yeah, because I think that they show up to the court and then ICE grabs them. That'll make it easier to scapegoat the demographic, as an ever-increasing share of the remaining proportion are not the law-abiding ones. Makes the plan easier. Because if you deport all the law-abiding ones, then what's left? The ones that are delinquent, not the delinquents, the not law-abiding citizens. Didn't someone mention $3,000 in one video someone secretly recorded after being kidnapped? If that's true, they are doing it for a shitload of money. Yes, damn the due process, damn the families, damn the perilous health issue requiring regular hospital trips, and damn the innocent bystanders who might end up getting shot by stray bullets. That's what it is. I think there's like a quota you can fill. And there's a video of someone, one of these officers saying that, hey, I can drink this weekend because of this guy that just snapped. I'm gonna what? Who's this guy? Ken White and his wife were watching television, having just gotten a call from his son Patrick around 5 p.m. I asked him how he was doing. Ken recalled he said, I'm gonna shoot up, and then he hung up. The couple changed their television channel to a local newscast where Ken White saw the unmistakable image of his car at the scene of the August 8, 2025 deadly shooting near the Atlanta-based Centers for Disease Control that would claim the life of a DeKalb County police officer. I remember this. The Texas Democratic representative remains locked inside House chamber after not signing slip for a DPS escort. Escort, like is it what is this what I think it is? What is this? What is this? CBS News. Texas Democratic representative remains locked inside House chamber after not signing slip for a DPS escort. Representative Nicole returned to the Capitol Monday, but remains in the House chamber because she wouldn't sign a permission slip to be under escort by Texas DPS. Oh, not the escort I'm thinking. This is a different escort. Okay. I was thinking some of the escort. I don't know what this was. I don't know why I thought that. So DPS is like, okay, so she needs to be basically be with somebody.
Capitol today after blocking Republicans from passing those new congressional maps. We know this has been going on for a long time.
Yeah, certainly has. Now that the 2-week standoff is over,
I ain't trying to do this setup. Texas Democratic representative remains locked inside House chamber after not signing slip for a DPS escort. Representative Nicole Collier of Fort Worth returned to the Capitol Monday, but remains in the House chamber because she wouldn't sign a permission slip to be under escort by Texas DPS. The escort for all House Democrats who broke quorum is a guarantee that they will return to the House by 10 a.m. Wednesday, August 20th. That's not bad, right? I could be one of those CNN people. Park ranger fired after helping drape a transgender pride flag on Yosemite's El Capitan. Oh, wait, they also cited the long history of a variety of flags being flown on the rock's face, including by park employees. For example, park employees flew an upside-down U.S. flag during Yosemite's Firefall event in February to protest the Trump administration's cuts of National Park Service employees. A group of activists also raised the Stop the Genocide flag on El Capitan in support of Palestinians in Gaza in June 2024. There was no policy prohibiting the display of flags on El Capitan until the day after Jocelyn and their team hung the trans flag, when the National Park Service issued a new rule banning the hanging of large flags in the wilderness areas. Okay, but so the rule applied retrospectively? Is that what happened? Ketamine queen to plead guilty in Matthew Perry's death. For Jasmine Sangha will plead guilty to several federal drug charges, including 1 count of distribution of ketamine, resulting in death or serious bodily injury. A California woman known as the Ketamine Queen has agreed to plead guilty to federal drug charges in connection with Matthew Perry's fatal overdose 2 years ago. Jasmine Sangha, 42, will plead guilty to 1 count of maintaining a drug-involved premises, 3 counts of distribution of ketamine, and 1 count of distribution of ketamine resulting in death or serious bodily injury, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Central District of California. I love doing this news reading. This is my new thing. I should do this. Sangha faces a maximum sentence of 65 years in prison, the prosecutor's office said in a news release. Sangha is expected to enter the plea in the coming weeks, according to the release. Her sentencing date has not been set. She's taking responsibility for her actions, her attorney Mark Garagos said after the prosecutor's office announced the agreement. Life is lost, dude. So was she like a doctor? What was she? Was she a doctor, or she was just like a street dealer? Genuine question, is it common to pursue and charge the dealer in an OD case, or is it just due to Perry's celebrity status? You have an Indian who's a drug dealer. Yo, listen, this is immigrants assimilating, if you ask me. I seriously doubt all the nameless middle-class kids ODing are looked into as seriously as this case. In the article, it says not only was a dealer charged, but also 2 doctors and Perry's live-in personal assistant in relation to Perry's death. Also, she was not a dealer. Sorry, allegedly. I don't know. She was not a dealer. What was she? Perry's mother was the press secretary of the Canadian Prime Minister, so in addition to being a celebrity, his family is kind of like a big deal politically. True. Rest in peace. Texas declares measles outbreak over. This is like some third world country is doing this, and then the Texas measles outbreak that sickened 762 people since late January is over. State health officials said Monday. Health officials have not confirmed a new case in the affected counties in more than 42 days, passing the threshold used to declare measles outbreaks over. The last outbreak-related case in Texas was on July 1st, according to state data. 2 young Texas children died of the virus earlier this year, and 100 people were hospitalized throughout the outbreak. The cases were linked to outbreaks in Canada and Mexico and jumped to other states in the U.S. The U.S. is having its worst year for measles in more than 3 decades, with 1,356 cases as of August 5th nationwide. Childhood vaccination rates against the virus are declining as more patients claim exemptions from school requirements. I wonder why, though. I wonder what the implications are. Not from exempting, not seeking exemptions from vaccine, but implications of getting the vaccine. Actually, both. Former Swedish security advisor on trial for allegedly mislaying classified papers. Sweden's former national security advisor has gone on trial for the allegedly negligent handling of classified information 7 months after he resigned amid revelations he had left official documents in a hotel. Henrik, I'm not going to try. Henrik, a long-standing friend of the Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson, appeared on Monday in front of a packed gallery at Tunda District Court in Sollentuna, Stockholm. Okay, north of Stockholm. His trial is expected to center on the events of March 2023 when Henrik is alleged to have left documents in an unlocked safe at a hotel conference venue. Much of the proceedings will be held behind closed doors due to the information said to be contained in the documents. I don't understand. Is that negligence or is that doing on purpose? What? One of the witnesses, hey friend, I noticed you're new to bro. A member of the military will reportedly be questioned under a code name during the 3-day trial. Witnesses are also expected to include staff at Gefosagula, a conference center north of Stockholm, where the documents were left. What are they saying in the comments? So this guy is a security advisor. Maybe don't give me any secret stuff. Should be a standing piece of his advice to clients. Revelation was not the first to befall Henry, who had been appointed to the role in autumn 2020. Hey man, he said at a hotel in Express last night. Sounds like we found the next U.S. security advisor. Hey, at least he didn't just leave hundreds of pounds of boxes of classified documents in the bathroom or bedroom or closet. Everyone in the United States who is an asshole, waving hands in the air and pointing at Sweden. Oh God. Kentucky church rents problematic library books and doesn't return them as an act of civil disobedience. What are these? Okay, listen, I don't want to read this whole thing. Let me read the comment. This is technically called stealing. That's even a thou shalt not about it. There's even a thou shalt not about there is. Yeah, but God, so it's fine. Imagine you believe in all powerful being. This is very true with like the religious communities, right? All religious. I believe in God too, by the way. I'm religious, but all religious communities will just make exceptions for themselves. And this is true with like in families and the community leaders. They're very forgiving of themselves, but with other people, like they're like whoa, easy. Don't break any rules. Imagine you believe in an all-powerful being that created everything at the same time you think you understand his rules better than it does. Like, yes, God made himself a human body and appeared on earth to tell us this thing, but he actually meant this other thing when he said it. I got stuffed into a dress 3 times a week all through childhood because the JWs told my mom God demanded it. She died for want of a simple blood transfusion because of the JWs. I told my mom God demanded that too. What? Sure do wonder that what she'd think of the rule changes. Turns out God mumbles or something, no longer finds women in pants so offensive that they must be banned from the place of worship. All those screaming fights we had about lacy dresses, like I was known to hate the things to the point my father was shocked I wore a dress on my wedding day. Not quite unlike the Mormons, when recruitment members drop, suddenly the rules change. The message isn't ineffable, but the dollar is. My favorite is all the loopholes they create. Jews and Muslims have such hilarious cheat codes for their scriptures. If they actually believe in their God, do they think it's Muslims? Really? I feel like Muslims, no matter what happens, they're very like hardcore about it. Where is it? Where is this? Where is it? I want to read that. That's like an interesting comment. I've never seen that take. Usually I get the other take. I got stuff into it. What did I click? I don't know how to read about this. Oh, there it is. My favorite is all the loopholes they create. Jews and Muslims have a relationship for the scriptures. If they actually believe in their God, do they think it's that stupid? The Christians don't even bother because they don't give a fuck. I've heard that at least they've decided that if God is on I know you're just laying out the thought process behind it, but being able to identify it as a so as far as what are the is they create Jews and have such hilarious cheat codes for the scriptures. What is that? I want to know what the cheat codes are, bro. And in 2000 years, when you've mastered electricity, it might be loophole. Sovereign. That's so interesting, but I don't know what it is. 200 Mississippi National Guard soldiers deployed to DC 16 hours ago. 200 Mississippi National Guard. U.S. tax advisor conned small-town locals of $160 million in Ponzi scheme. Man, imagine living in a small town in America and finding out the guy you were taking tax advice from just pulled $160 million Ponzi scheme. And this is not Wall Street. This is not some Wall Street guy. This is your neighbor. This is the guy you went golfing with. This is probably the guy you had over for dinner at your place. Running a mini Bernie Madoff in 2025. It's always the one you most expect. If he only donates 10% of his proceedings to Trump and his people, then he could secure himself a pardon. Why is this this is a New Zealand paper. Working from an office in the charming village of Hamilton, down the road from Colgate University, Marshall prepared taxes and sold insurance. He also took money for what was sometimes called the 8% fund, which guaranteed that much in annual interest no matter what happened with the financial market. His clients spread the word to families and friends. This is very family and friends. How are people falling for this in 2025? Have a retired Nasdaq let Bert handle it. He'll invest in local rental properties and your money will grow faster than in a bank. Marshall was friendly and folksy. He gave away gift bags with maple syrup, pickles, and local honey and jars labeled with cute things like "Don't be a sap." For proper insurance coverage, call Miles P. Marshall. That is cringe, bro. He would tell you about all the other people that invest, churches invest, fire companies invest, doctors invest, said one client Christine. That doctor is a big deal. They always say like, oh, this doctor. I've heard this so many times. They always talk about doctors investing, and people just have so much respect for doctors. They follow. So you'd think, well, they're smart people. They wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't okay to do. Why are you going to be the suspicious one? Then it all came crashing down. Marshall owed almost 1,000 people and organizations about $95 million in principal and interest when he filed for bankruptcy protection 2 years ago, according to the trustee's filings. Hamilton, New York. Oh, Hamilton, New York. New York. Why did I say it like that? New York. Marshall, this summer, the 73-year-old businessman was indicted on charge. He's 73, dude. This is very Bernie Madoff, like. Because he was in his 70s too, I think, or maybe like late 60s. Was indicted on charges that his investment business was a Ponzi scheme. He could face prison time if convicted. Marshall's lawyers declined to comment. Total losses by Marshall's investors fall short of the multi-billion dollars Ponzi scheme mastered by Bernie Madoff. But they loom large in the small college town of 6,400 people and is largely the rural surrounding area. Many investors were Colgate professors, laborers, office workers, or retirees. Some lost their life savings of tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Can they bring like a lawsuit, like a class action lawsuit, and get a lot of the money back? They probably will get more, right? I'm assuming. 2 decades of left-wing dominance and in Bolivia as right-wingers head to election runoff. I believe that's happening everywhere. Disabled veteran survives being shot by a man who accused him of stolen valor. Oh, that... What? Is that a real Navy? Powell says a man later identified as 32-year-old Gregory Tim walked up to him and accused him of stolen valor, which is falsely claiming to have served in the army. Yes, Powell offered to show Tim his military ID, but before he could get to it, he says it was too late. He just shot him. Imagine having to offer to prove you served because of a hat and then getting shot by some lunatic. Anyway, I've had 2 nut jobs approach me for parking in a veteran space at Lowe's. Yes, I'm a vet. Luckily, no guns were involved. Either time. I got told by a patient I can't be a veteran because I'm a doctor and I couldn't have gone to college and medical school if I served in the military. What? How the F do you think I afforded my pre-med degree? That patient can be a veteran and not know there's many doctors who serve. Yeah. Versant to rename MSNBC, drop famed Peacock logo in Comcast separation. Bro, that is shitty. I'm sorry. If this is a new logo, that's shitty. This logo is shitty. MS now, the name is shitty. Everything's shitty. Looks like a cheap internet propaganda news network logo. That's exactly what it looks like. Putting opinion in the name is exactly like Fox News putting entertainment in there. Yeah, it's a huge fucking joke. I think they put entertainment because for like legal purposes, because they can, something happened like a few years ago, because they can like defend themselves in court and say, hey, this is entertainment, it's in our name. Truth in advertising, all this is definitely intended to undermine faith in news media and drag things further into propaganda. The downfalls of CNN, CBS, and NBC has been disheartening intentionally. That's what I think is happening too. Conservative network Newsmax agrees to pay $67 million in defamation case over 2020 election claims. Oh, is it a Dominion thing? Yeah. Sudan army torturing people to death, says rights group. Son of Norway princess charged with 4 rapes. Bro, you're a prince, bro. Anybody will sleep with you. What? A son of Norway's crown princess has been charged with 32 offenses, including 4 rapes and several acts of violence and assault, a prosecutor said on Monday. Marius Borg-Hoiby, who was born from a relationship before Crown Princes married Crown Prince Haakon, has been under investigation since the arrest. So he's not like the... Oh, so he was with somebody else. But was she a princess always? In addition to 4 counts of rape, the charges include domestic abuse against... Thank you for the follow, Amazon Bucks 5. Hey, I love your content. Join next stream with friends. Add me on Discord. I will after this. Thank you. In addition to 4 counts of rape... Oh shit, I can't say this. He's also charged with filming the genitals of a number of women without knowledge of consent. Public prosecutor. The maximum penalty for the offenses listed in the indictment is imprisonment of up to 10 years. Actually, to be honest, with everything that he's done with rape and everything, it's just, R-word and everything, it's just 10 years. These are very serious acts that can leave lasting scars and destroy lives. The fact that Marius Borgi Hoiby is a member of the royal family should, of course, not mean that he should be treated more lightly or more severely than if similar acts had been committed by others. The 4 hours for which Hoiby is charged allegedly took place in 2018, 2023, and 2024, the last one after the police investigation began. Bro, this guy didn't even stop. Hoiby has already admitted to assault and vandalism in the August 2024 incident for which he was arrested. I wonder if he's really royal blood. And the people are going to talk about how, you know, behaviors can be inherited, and, you know, if you're a criminal, some things happen. Iraq starts excavating a large mass grave left by Islamic State. Crazy. That's got to be crazy. Let me say, glad they're excavating it, but sad to see. Yes, that they have a mass grave excavation department is incredibly depressing, that's for sure. Relayed from a co-worker who fled to Iraq with Saddam started mass killing as soon as he began to power. Oh, I thought I was talking about ISIS. I think it's everybody. Okay, that country can't catch a break, bro. Between everybody, Western, you know, their own leaders, Western invasion, or everything. Oh, the news is over. Thank God. That was depressing. All right. Same old strategy. Let's go. Audio. Oh. I want to get G. Because I want to see if E is there. Ah. There's no E. The only vowel is O. Is there other 2 O's? No, I almost thought I got it. So there's only 1 O. R-O. What just went off my phone? Yeah, my phone. R-O what, bro? R-O what? R-O. Oh, let me try rowdy. That's a crazy word. What? Okay. That's pretty good. That is impressive, by the way. Rowdy is such an odd word, too. The mini archive. Spelling bee. I tried spelling bee, bro. I wasn't good. Okay. Let me play this. Animal that falls in love with a tape dispenser in a classic New York cartoon. Tape dispenser. Isn't it Garfield? Oh my god. Which is this dog? The animal? Garfield. Calvin. Calvin is not an animal. Language written in Devanagari script. Bro, what? T-A-M-I. Tamil. I think Tamil. Why am I so dumb? Singer Presley or Elvis? George Dash, Middlemarch author. George, what? Things read by fortune teller. Cards. Blind followers. Blind followers? Something C. Wafers. Waffle. Is Belgian wafers. Nabisco treat is like waffle wafers, right? What is that? I know what this is. Cookie wafers. I know what Nabisco treat. What is this? Heavy item falling from the sky in some classic. Pianos. And no, it's anvil, right? Is it an anvil? Yeah, it's anvil. So this thing is wrong. Okay, so all this is wrong. Elvis is right. Piano, anvil, in a pickle or a jam. Like trouble. They might end with etc. Options? Bro, what the hell's going on? I'm not doing good this time. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Let me just reply to this shit so it's over. Uh, okay, okay, hold on. Animal that falls in love with a tape has been a classic. I don't know that. They have not. I know it's the Indian language, so not Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, Hin, Hindi. Okay, George Dash. I don't know. Things read by fortune tellers. Hearts, palms, okay. George, I don't know. What is this? I don't know this. Okay, blind follower, sheep. Now it makes sense because I had it wrong. Now it makes sense. Okay, sheep. Dash wafers. It's a vanilla wafers, bro. What is it called? In a pickle. Like in a problem. They might end with. What is a snake? Snake. Oh, is it? Is a snake? Snake. Okay. Oh no, this is. What is it? Wafer. Nilla. Nilla. That's what it is. Nilla. George Eliot, but it's 2L, right? George Eliot. Isn't George Eliot 2? Was it 1? Oh, it's 1L. And it's not 2. Isn't Eliot normally 2L and 2 T's? Am I bugging? Is this like... Yeah, Eliot is 2 T's and... Yeah, 2 L's and 2 T's. So this is it. I don't know if that's cheating. Close, but not quite. Snake. What is it? They might end with lis. Like lis. What is animal? Snail. Snail. In a idiom. Okay. Okay. 5 minutes. Dude, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Thank you for the follow, and Sword FUMN. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. 42 minutes. Should I play another game? Should I play a GeoGuessr or no? I'll play one GeoGuessr. I think I'm getting smarter, by the way. I'm playing this every day. Give me sides, dude. Which is the newest country in the world located? Africa. Newest country. Angola, no. Old Madagascar, no. I think, isn't it Gabon? Equatorial Guinea. Not Cameroon, not Togo. Is it DRC? No, Rwanda. Newest country. Oh, like Somalia? Like South Sudan. Yes, I knew it. But also they're trying to recognize. Okay, fair enough. But South Sudan is split up. I knew that. South Sudan is landlocked. What does it mean? No coastal line. Bro, I could have gotten this in the first. What is the name of the sea between Red Sea, right? Or is it Black Sea? Yeah. I could have gotten this. I could have ended it. Okay, let's go. Sports. This is my worst category. What do you know where you are? Blue Jackets. Jets? Okay, it's New York. I see all this Italian. It's Jets, right? Yeah, I think it's New York. I'm gonna say New York. Do I have to specify where exactly? I'm just gonna do New York, bro. Columbus, Ohio. Blue Jacket. Oh, like Blue Jays? Arizona Buffaloes, right? Coyotes. Sorry, Arizona Flames. Calgary, Carolina Flames. No, Calgary, because Carolina is something else. Which state is the novel Scarlet Letter set? The red letter? I want to say. Sounds like it's probably Massachusetts. It's probably Ohio. Watch. No, it's Massachusetts. Oh, who wrote the Scarlet Letter? It wasn't it. No, it wasn't. I knew that. Nathaniel, I did think that the Scarlet Letter was adapted into a movie. So what is it called? ECA. Ah, interesting. Okay, pretty close. 10,000. Let me get this shit right. The novel Never Let Me Go takes place at a boarding school in Michigan. Bro, why are you doing this to me? United Kingdom. Sounds very English to me. Okay, next. Who wrote Never Let Me Go? Not Polakawa. It's Kazuo, right? Yeah, it's not Polakawa. I know that. Kazuo moved from Japan when he was in the United Kingdom. Oh my god. People move, dude. I really thought it was an Asian name and I discriminated against it. Oh my god. The Lord of the Flies is about a group of boys getting stranded on an island, but where are they? Is it Italy? Where is it? Italy, yeah. United Kingdom, what? Bro, there's an English name. I did it again. What's United? I'm on the who's not United? Ringo Starr, I guess. Oh, Ringo Starr was United? Just give me signs, please. Stop giving me... They want me to keep playing. They're doing it on purpose. The Grapes of Wrath is about a family during the Great Depression who was forced to leave what town? I want to say Dallas. Yeah. Who wrote The Grapes of Wrath? Not Tom Clancy, not this guy. Could be not this. I think Steinbeck. Yeah. Now that song wrote that. What is it? Where he runs away from the house, who played the lead in the Grapes of Wrath? Was it John Wayne, Elvis Presley? John Wayne. Henry Fonda. Oh, I was thinking about what's her name? Jane Fonda. Bro, it's a whole different place out the pin of Vesuvius, Italy. Place out the pin on the top of the. Bro, I just know Italy. I don't know which part. Why am I in? Catania, Bari, Vesuvius, Latina. Is a place called Latina? I'm gonna put it one over here, somewhere here. Naples. This shit is just sitting in the midst of Naples. Oh, what is the name of the city that was destroyed during the eruption in Pompeii, right? What is magma lava? Liquid rocks, liquid ash, molten metal. I thought it was liquid ash or liquid rock, liquid ash. What is it? Molten metal? Liquid rocks? Don't be. Okay, art and literature. Jackson Pollock was in Pollock wasn't in as at the Tate, which was a museum. Tate is in New York, right? What the fuck is Tate? UK? London. Which technique was Pollock known for? What was this fucking splash technique? I guess. Drip technique. Women of Pollock known for post abstract. Oh, it was definitely abstract. I can. Okay, I knew that. I swear, I'm not acting smart. I knew that. Okay. Finally, let's go. What do we have? The Garden of Eden Botanic Garden showcasing the rich Hawaiian. Oh my. Why? It's in Honolulu. It's in Maui. Which other town is native to it? I'm gonna get it wrong every time. Fuck. Bro, I don't know. Okay. wanted to get signed all this time and then I got nothing. Which country has the oldest continuous use national flag? The UK. Greenland. What is the name of the popular toy brand that Greenland? She's Hasbro, right? Lego? Oh, what I call it a sculpture. Okay, then is David, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, David? No? Little Mermaid? Where is David? Is Florence, Italy. Oh. Oh no, I'm thinking what was a thinking man? Thinking, what is it? The thinking. Where is thinking man? That's in Paris. Okay. Okay, what is this? Politics? This map. What modern day country is Jose Rodriguez considered a national hero? Spain. Because I'm racist. Uruguay. Jose Rodriguez led a successful against which Spain? What important battle Jose Rodriguez for? Battle of Uruguay. Oh my god, will I be able to leave, bro? Can I just... Because I really... Jose Mourinho, yeah, well, but which country was the team from? Jose Mourinho won... I don't know if it's the UK? No, 03-04 he was still in Portugal, right? Yeah. Liverpool was again won against which team? The famous... Bro! Chelsea. No, Inter Milan, AC Milan. I don't know, bro. I don't care. Can I... Dude, I gotta get 3 right and 15,000 leave. I have things to do. Which country can do? South Africa, I think. Where is it from? Belgium. Okay, I'll leave. Bro, I don't know. I don't care because I got one wrong now. Please, 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 please let it not some weird University of Alexander Graham Bell invented, wasn't it like I thought it was Ohio, bro. Wasn't it Ohio? No, but which town though? I think it's Columbus, Ohio. What? He was in Boston? Who invented the World Wide Web? Wasn't it Tim Berners-Lee? What is the name of the first successful personal computer? Commodore. No? Altair. Ah. What is Commodore? Ah, dude. I'm getting tired. I'm not gonna lie. Which stadium are you in? Qatar Airways. On club. Not even an option. I'm just gonna click somewhere. Madrid. Oh, that's close. La Liga the most amount of time. It's Barcelona, right? Or Real Madrid. La Liga. She's Cristiano. Oh no, it's Messi now. Okay. Okay, I don't care. Give me something I can leave. This is probably the first time since I started doing this. I would have to leave without finishing this. The most is Sudan. I know Sudan. Yeah. Okay, next. What city is famous for being built on over 100 years and having no road? What's the canals? No, Venice has a lot of canals. I think the Amsterdam has canals. It's between these two. Stockholm. Venice has canals! Oh, no roads, only canal. I read that wrong. I could have gotten that right. From the Great Barrier Reef. It's Australia, but I could have gotten this right. I messed up just because I read it too fast. Oh god, give me something other than art. Which modern day country was Nietzsche from? Nietzsche was Swiss, right? Was Nietzsche? Oh no, Austrian. German. What famous quote is from Nietzsche? Live, laugh as God is dead. God is dead. Nietzsche. Better Nietzsche or Obermensch or something in which this idea. I don't know which book it is. I think it's Will to Power. Oh god, please can I get this right so I can go? Please. The signing of the United States of Independence in which city? Declaration of Independence was Boston, I think. Boston is not even an option. No, Philadelphia. No, that's where Constitution was. Philadelphia, yeah. In which year did the famous singularity occur? 34. What? Akron was the first person to walk on the moon. Disney Armstrong. I could have gotten that right. That's just 94. So stupid, I swear. Please tell me which country is home to the world's largest song? Salar de Uyuni. Bro, I don't know. Bolivia? Yes, that's what I feel like. Which is the name of the Bolivian mountain range that's part of the Andes? Another Rocky Mountain. I feel not the Kirsar is between these two. Why not 5,000? Which lake located on the border is the highest navigable? Is Uru, right? Pupo, Titicaca. Titicaca. Oh, today is a long day. God. Bonsai. Market. Which country does bonsai originate from? Thailand. Japan. Nice. How do you greet? Bow. Greeting Felabis. Another greeting Felabis. Head pat, cheek kiss, hand kiss. Elbow shot. What the hell is elbow? Hand kiss. The cheek kiss. Felabis. What is Dorothea Lane? I'm gonna have to just leave. Bro, I don't know where Dorothea Lane is. United States. Okay. Dorothea Lane is known most of our guys the period between the war was it called the Great Depression. Another Dorothea Lane just death music. New York. Could have gotten this. Ah, so close. Please, 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 please. Let it be the signs that I like, not some weird. What am I supposed to? Okay, it's in Brooklyn. What do you want me to do? Where's Brooklyn? This Queens is right here. And across the bridge, right? No, this is way out there. This is Yonkers, New Haven. No, Poughkeepsie. Oh, there you go, Brooklyn. Thank God. Oh, this is which country? What invention is Sir George Kelly known for? Which laid the foundation for modern aeronautic engineering? I want to say hot air balloon. Ah! So let me have it. The stethoscope was invented by which Frenchman? Not Louis Pasteur. Is this guy? Could have gotten this. Could have gotten it. But no. Gotta make my life miserable. Okay. Just in 2000, Carl entire the story was in which country? Asian country? China, right? 5,000. Thank you. What is the title of the tournament? This is about to play. Django Unchained. Please give me 5,000. Yes, one more. Which actor played the Jordan in Brad Pitt? I can. Okay. Not gonna say anything.